Imagine discovering that your herd of prized cattle, animals you've carefully bred and nurtured, has vanished overnight, leaving you grappling with fear and uncertainty. This alarming scenario unfolded in Skibbereen, County Cork, where a shocking theft has farmers on edge and experts questioning the broader implications for agriculture. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just a brazen crime, or could it signal deeper issues in our food supply chain that everyone should care about? Local authorities, the Gardaí, are actively probing the case, which they've labeled as highly unusual due to its meticulous execution. They're calling on the public for help, urging anyone with potential leads to come forward. The incident involved the theft of 18 cattle from a farm in the Lakelands area, a mix of 12 Friesian heifers and 6 Friesian bulls, each around 1 year old, valued at a staggering €30,000. The heist occurred between Sunday, November 23rd, and Monday, November 24th, and the thieves chose their targets wisely. These young animals were intended for breeding, making them especially valuable. The farm's owner, Brian Lawler, shared his story with RTE's Morning Ireland, revealing how the culprit's cunning almost fooled him at first. He didn't notice the missing cattle right away because the thieves were incredibly sly. They removed all the animals from one pen, but then shuffled other cows into it to disguise the gap. It's a tactic that speaks to a level of planning that sends chills down a farmer's spine. Lawler expressed deep concern that these rustlers might strike again, especially since his herd boasts around 200 cows total. "We've all heard tales of livestock disappearing," he admitted, "but you never expect it to happen on your own property." For beginners in farming or animal science, this highlights the emotional toll on owners who view their animals not just as assets, but as living investments in their livelihood. Adding to the intrigue, these stolen cattle were DNA tested, allowing Lawler to know their economic breeding index, EBI, a score that evaluates their worth based on traits like milk production, fertility, and health. For those new to this concept, think of EBI as a report card for cows, helping farmers make informed decisions on breeding to improve herds over time. And this is the part most people miss. Because of this traceability, each animal can be tracked, which makes the theft even more puzzling and risky for the perpetrators. Dennis Drennan, head of the Irish Creamery and Milk Suppliers Association, ICMSA, echoed the sentiment that this robbery is far from ordinary. "These are just yearling animals," he explained, "so they're not ready for slaughter yet." This raises eyebrows because, to put such a plan into action, the thieves would need more than just a way to transport the cattle. They'd require an unlicensed slaughterhouse, a rogue butcher, and buyers willing to consume meat that hasn't been verified or traced. It's a reminder of the strict regulations in place, like Ireland's Animal Identification and Movement System, AIMS, which mandates tracking every move of cattle to prevent disease outbreaks and ensure food safety. Any change in location must be approved and logged, creating a digital paper trail that's hard to fake. For instance, if you were to move a cow from one farm to another legally, you'd submit details to the system, much like registering a vehicle before a road trip. It's all about accountability and preventing the spread of issues like bovine tuberculosis. The Gardaí are eager for assistance, particularly from drivers who passed along the R637 and R593 roads in the Lakelands, Skibbereen area during the overnight hours. If you have dashcam footage or any sightings, contact Skibbereen Garda Station at 028-23088. They're piecing together this mystery, and your tip could crack the case. Now, here's a point that might divide opinions. Some argue this theft exposes vulnerabilities in rural communities, where farms are isolated targets, potentially leading to calls for more security measures like surveillance cameras or community watch programs. But others wonder if the real controversy lies in the black market demand for untraceable meat. Could this be driven by a willingness to bypass safety standards for cheaper, under-the-table products? What do you think? Is this a one-off incident or a symptom of larger problems in food ethics and crime prevention? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree that stricter penalties for livestock theft could deter future crimes? Or is there a counterpoint I'm missing? like economic desperation pushing people to such extremes. Your voice matters in these discussions. Readers like you are keeping these stories free for everyone. A blend of ads and reader contributions ensures paywalls don't block access to vital news like this. Over 5,000 folks have already chipped in with monthly or one-time donations. Consider joining them to support independent journalism.